What's up guys, it's Fuel. Thanks for clicking the video. It's pretty beautiful out here in Lake Havasu, although it's really hot, but I'm glad my drone didn't overheat because I got some really good shots. But we're about to go inside Joker Machine and meet Bryan. I've been telling this dude that I was gonna come a long time ago, and now that I finally have time, we're about to get a tour inside the shop. Let's make our way in there, meet Bryan, and check it out. All right, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Bryan, this is Bryan right here.
Yeah.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah.
Should we get started with the questionnaire, or do you want to show us anything?
Well, let's go check out the shop, and then
Okay.
when we get back there, and kind of talk about everything that we do.
For sure.
So.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's take a tour.
So here's all of our here's our lathe, our turning center. We're actually just making some shift rods for the Indian Scout bombers. We did a new extension kit for them, and then we had to make a change, so we just we always keep the OEM parts around, just for whatever reason. It's primarily where we make all the small stuff, the little parts you gotta turn. But then we get to the big engine covers down here. It's different size in the jaws and everything. So that way we can expand these out and hold something that's like 6 inches big. And then, the tools are way bigger on this one. And pretty much everything's aluminum. We don't really mess around with much stainless steel or anything here. It's all 6061 built aluminum. You can kind of look in here when they're here. You can see us, we're making a Dyna upper tree. It's one of the bigger pieces we make. Here's after the operation. Still got a lot of meat to get rid of. So we're gonna flip it over and do the second off after this. Making some handlebar clamps. Little breather bolts for airplanes. What else we got? We got license plate frames. And then this is a really popular machine right here. These are really popular in the automotive industry because they're kind of like a pallet changer without having, like, if you ever seen a pallet machine, they're huge, But this is just got two pallets, so you can like load one while the other one's running, and it just flips around as when it's ready to go. Tons of tooling around here. Everything. These are the BT30 tool holders. So like those are Cat 40, these are BT30s. So we've got like lots of these around the shop. All carbide end mills, everything's brand new. It's actually down right now, but we can run a lot of operations on this at one time. Yeah, these are just really fast. You know the brother that make like printers and like a lot of office stuff? They also do CNC machines. Actually, it was kind of crazy when we first got this. We actually broke it. One of these kept flying off, so they didn't have anybody in the U.S. to have to fix it, so they sent somebody from Japan out to fix the machine. This was just making a bunch of foot pegs. Oh, they're really popular.
Famous
foot pegs that came out with.
Nice.
Doing a simple operation on these. A whole lot.
Pretty cool.
Put a peg now. Then that's what it looks like before you face something off. Just black. We're gonna put that in next. These ones, same thing. Oh, you can actually see this one right here. Here's all the material that we bring in. Everything comes in 12-foot lengths, and then we put it on our hydraulic saw, and it'll just sit there and cut it to whatever size slug we need it to for the machines. Come over here, kind of just cut. Here's some mirrors that we're gonna make. Do some rear sets for vintage bikes. Then everything just kind of feeds through right here. And it's really cool. You just load the material, set the cut length, and it just keeps feeding it. You don't have to watch it. We just put one of these bins down there, and it speeds up the process a lot. My boss just kind of bought this to have some fun with it. We did like this our dash, or we wanted to put the new foot pegs on there, shift rod, engine covers. It's got our passenger pegs. We did a prototype license plate assembly on there. All LEDs. Charge cables, heating grips, dumper levers, Springer front end. We end up making, these are new risers we just kind of developed. We just call them big block risers. We made them for Springers and standard front ends. And they come in 2.5 to 6 inches tall. Then we did a new headlight bracket for all the Springers, which actually sells really good. I just threw some online. They just started selling them right away. So people are looking for them. Then we got a 2023 Scout Bobber over here. It's a little R&D bike for right now. We're trying to come up with a few more parts for the Indians. They're like the best selling parts right now. This one's got the new forward control extension kit that we came up with. You can see the new shift rod we made over here too. Smooth and yeah, just a real stripped down rod. And we kind of did it like like the same type of rods you do for like race bikes. They're all aluminum. It's my kind of bike. Mirrors, levers, bike's a bit dirty. Forgot to clean it. And then back when all the cafe race moves were really big, there's I think it's 72 CB750. We tried to do, so what we were doing with all the cafe stuff is we would make a lot of these parts and then just try to sell them, see if they would sell. Like even now, we still sell a lot of gas caps, the latches, the valve tappet covers we sell a lot of, but like the controls we don't really sell anymore. This is a prototype gauge mount or speedometer mount. We have like a custom seat bracket, custom foot peg, custom Texas plate bracket. We ended up selling a lot of these triple trees though. That actually was a good production run for us. They fit all the single overhead cam CB750s. These are really cool. We got these a couple years ago. They're shakers or tumblers. And what they do is they deburr the part, then they pre-polish the part, and then they polish the part. So what it'll do, like they actually call this the cutting. And what it's going to do is it's going to kind of knock all these edges down, smooth them out, smooth out the surface here, and just make it look nice and smooth. And then it goes into the pre-polish, and what this will do is just it still smooths it out a little bit more, but it like impregnates it with like a polishing compound, because there's like a whole chemical mixture that goes into it while we're doing it at the same time. And then this is the polisher.
We're using like ceramic balls for these, but you can either use ceramic balls or corn cob to kind of get the same effect. If these tend to go a little bit faster, you'll actually see these when you're watching a lot of videos of people that make their own rims. This has been kind of sitting out for a while, but you can see it just adds a nice shine to it. But we do this, I would say about 50% of the parts go through that process before they go to plating, which it kind of speeds up the whole finishing process when you're making the parts. Now you don't have to be burned, you don't have to send them up to polish, you just go straight through it. The other funny thing about this is Havasu is the car town, so all the people that come here and like service the shop for this or that, they all know about those machines, so they end up bringing us their parts for their cars to polish out for them and everything. It's pretty funny. We've done it a bunch of times already. Then everything's packaged in-house. This is our skin packer. This is our die cutter. So everything is from raw material to finished product. It's all done here. And then we're like a distributor-based company, so you don't get a lot of walk-ins. Everything's just kind of made to go directly to a distributor. These are a bunch of our dashes, some saddlebag glass inserts, engine covers, point covers, some more engine covers down here. Got some inspection covers. Tons of product. More master cylinder covers up top, a lot of little items. We try to have a pretty good inventory, but we do run out of stock from time to time. Everything here is random. There's standard end mills, drills, some saws. Yeah, just different jobs over the years. We did a lot of aircraft work. We never doing that before. So some of it's old. Like here, right here is like where we're gonna do a custom radius. And you can see this is basically like a tool you would see on a lathe, but we converted it to work on mill. These are really the day-to-day parts, the day-to-day tooling that we use. They're little O-ring grooving tools. All your standard end mills, you got the standard length, the stubby length, got the ball nose, flat end, or square end. This one will just deburr stuff a little bit, like we'll deburr it in, and it's easier to spin it. Or we'll actually clean parts up, like we'll get sanding sponges, and you run the speed lathe. All it does is spinning. You take a sanding sponge and clean it up. This is the cam side of everything, and what this is doing is it's showing us it's showing us the tool paths, and then it's going to show us if there's any collisions or just anything's out of place. And so right now it's doing a facing operation, and it'll just kind of go through all the tools that we run through on this job. It's making mini floorboards, probably the most popular part here. Speed it up a little. An operation. So Joker started around 1969, and we're actually an aerospace company. And then back in like the late 80s, early 90s, the whole aerospace industry took a dump, and everybody, the owners at the time were really into motorcycles. So they started making parts for just different motorcycle part manufacturers, and it just turned into like their own line of product. And then the original owner had retired, his son and daughter took over the company, and they've pretty much been running it ever since. And we go anywhere from like the Harley industry to the Indian motorcycles. We do a lot of cafe product, like cafe motorcycle parts, old Hondas, Kawasaki. And then since we've been in Havasu, we've been doing a lot of UTV parts. But that's kind of like died off a little bit for us. Mainly, we're doing a lot of Harley and a lot of Indian. Diane and Richard were the owners of the company, and about 5 years ago, Richard passed away. And so it's just been her and Jeff really running the company. And then about 10 years ago, we moved from California to Arizona, and pretty much everybody run with the company. We all moved out here from California together, and it's been really thriving since we've been in Havasu. There's been ups and downs for sure, but COVID was probably like one of the most busiest times I've ever worked here. We usually keep the business around nine employees at all times. And then, we'll hire people on like when we get a little bit busier. Just, we'll retire guys, just need a job to get out of the house for a couple hours. Nothing too serious, but it's usually about 9 employees. We buy bikes, come up with ideas. We think that there's a cool part that we can make, and we just start making it. A lot of times it's done by hand and originally, or we'll sketch something out. The software that you use to do all your CAD design with now is so easy to work with. You can we've got scanners. We could really come up with a concept really quick. And now we 3D print everything too, so we can kind of see if it's going to look cooler now before we actually get it off the machines. We're primarily making our stuff for Harley Davidsons and Indian motorcycles. They seem to be the best-selling parts right now. We're selling a lot of foot pegs, a lot of lights, mirrors, levers. All those types of parts sell really good for those models. And you can kind of keep the price down, so it's not it's not such a high dollar item like a replacement lever or a foot peg or a light. We're going to try to keep making more parts. We want to get into more. Obviously, we hope the industry grows. We hope other brands and motorcycles get popular. We try never to be strictly stuck to one brand. We try to branch out a little bit. Like the Indian stuff has been really cool. We do a little bit of boat parts out here. We've done some jet ski parts too. There's some other industries we make parts for. So we're always looking to bring in more jobs. We really just want to keep the machines running 24/7. It's a cool place to work, and we want to keep it going, and we love what we do. So buy our stuff online, jokermachine.com, or a lot of times you're gonna find pretty good deals at JP Cycle, Dennis Kirk, Revzilla, Drag Specialties carries everything, and you'll find them on Amazon and eBay as well. But we're pretty easy to find. Just type in Joker Machine, you'll see us. We'll come up, and if you ever have a question or anything, we're really easy to get a hold of. You can call us, text us, email us. We try to make it a pretty easy process.